Are we still online? Hello, hello, hello. Well, this is quite annoying. Let's swap to something less metally. Alright, so else just else and now we just need to check for every direction if there is a seed in there and what that seed is. Or rather, we just need to check if there is a seed that is occupied. Or rather, if the closest seat there is occupied. So we can essentially just temporary variable called temp, which is 0, or let's have it be 1, and we assign the temp on this one. And now here I want to do some magic, which might work or might not. So essentially I want to do let's do a bool. Let's do occupy equals true. Okay, so my chat reloaded just now. If you typed anything, I did not see it, sadly. And here we can just check if occupy, then you should assign this to 1. And now here we just try to break occupy apart. And I would do can't we just do for I in range 1 to 4? That should be 1 to 3. Oh wait, no. Let's do -1 2. And then for j in range -1 2. While Mm. So while that is going on, for each of these, so that only works if we're already at a seed. So while that is the case, plus I, y plus j. So now what we can already do is if in our at dx dy so if it is a seed, we want, if it is a seed, we want to leave regardless. And if it is, by the way, if you're typing, I don't see anything because I would assume that you want to flame me for this, but you're somehow not. So maybe I'm on the right track. That might be. So essentially, what I want to do here is. What are you doing? Perfect! Thank you, I've been waiting for this one. Being stupid. Hey! No, this is gonna be great, don't worry. So if that is a seed, which is the case here, if occupied dx dy, then I wanted to set occupy to false. And regardless, I want you to wreck. Because we found the first seat. So this leaves this here and gets into the next one, which seems good enough. Else, which I don't really need here because we're breaking anyway, so dx plus I again, and dy plus j again. So here we just advance by 1, and since we have this, that should work. For the case of 0, 0, it doesn't matter because at 0, 0 we have a seed, because if we didn't have a seed we wouldn't be checking it. So that works out fine, we shouldn't run into an endless loop there. And so this just goes over, and if at any point we find, well, we leave. If we leave, then you're done anyway. At that point we don't set this to false, so that works as well. Then we might come here and it could be true. So let's see if this does work. I hate it so much. So that does seem somewhat decent. Let's see. My answer is too high. Well, let's find out why. And that did rhyme, and it was not intentional. Yeah, what if the x are 0? That shouldn't matter. Because I set them to this. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, yeah. But I think here it is... Do I need the equals here as well? That gives me the length, so it should be less than here. Yeah. So does that change the result dramatically? Yes, it doesn't. That is probably the reason it wasn't right. So how long do I have to wait? 8 seconds. Well, almost. Dun 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 dun. It's still too high. Well, that is a situation. Smile. But why? I did change that. Is it less than or more than 5? 5 or more. So that is still fine. Empty seats that see no occupieds become... I don't see it. Why? Why do I count the occupied seats when I'm done? Wait, why does that also need the loop? Wait, what? Oh wait, does it also... Oh, it also changes for these. I figured that was the same. Oh god damn it, dude. God damn it. I figured that didn't change because I changed this and I figured that was all I had to change. God fucking damn it. Nope, yeah, okay, well. Well, good. So, here instead of just doing this magic, we want to... well, let's name it count. Count equals 0. And if we see an occupied one, we increment count by 1. And now instead of this, we change this to if count -1 because we can assume the middle one is always the case, then we leave it. Alright, so does this reduce our... It also should increase the runtime a bit, right? Well, not that much. Oh, apparently, yes, that much. Isn't that the same thing as earlier? No, it's not. Okay. Let's see. That is the right answer. You are given 1 gold star. You can share it on Twitter. Yay! I'll return to the advent calendar. So, wait! Wait, so it's just... Okay, so it's intentionally weirdly ordered. Okay, well. So here's 12. Rain risk. A risk of rain. So first off, let's do rr.txt, that's the first one, and new file risk of rain.py. And we want to open 12 rr. Well, it's gonna be a close one if if I plan to finish this. And you also either 12 or 13 was really ass, you said, right? So that's gonna that's gonna hurt. Alright, so your ferry made decent progress toward the islands, but the storm came in faster than anyone expected. The ferry needs to take evasive actions. Unfortunately, the ship's navigation computer seems to be malfunctioning. Rather than giving a route directly to safety, it produces extremely circuitous instructions. When the captain uses the PA system to ask if anyone can help, you quickly volunteer. The navigation instructions, your puzzle input, consist of a sequence of single-character actions paired with integer input values. After staring at them for a few minutes, you work out what they probably mean. N means north, south means south, east means east, west means west, left means left. To turn left, right means to turn right, and F means to move forward. The ship starts facing east. Only the L and R actions change their direction. That is, if the ship is facing east and the next instruction is N10, the ship would move north 10 units, but would still move east if the following action were F. Oh, okay. So we need to calculate Manhattan distance. And figure out where the navigations lead. Okay, well. Seems good enough. Python can do complex numbers, by the way. Okay, so 13 was the real bad one. Okay, well. Maybe we can at least get to it. That would be cool. So for this, first off, I'd define well, first off, you said dictionaries and lists and stuff loops, right? Only lists. So, okay, well then we're going to do a list. Direction. And so we give you east because we start facing east. If we turn right from the east, I guess we'll do it clockwise. So we have south, west, and then north. And now we can, let's just define. First of all, let me check if there is. Wait. Okay, right and left is always a multitude of 90 degrees. Well, that is good. Only on the negative. Whatever. No, it isn't. There, it's 180. That's a multiple of 90. No, it seems fine. Anyway, so here we can define turn underscore left. For which we just say it takes an input R. Here we just do direction minus R divided by 90. Wait, direction is unbound. What? Can I not access this despite having declared it earlier? So, and then we have turn right, obviously, with a rotation R, which increments the direction so that should, since, like, if I'm assuming that if I go negative, it just starts at the other end, then I don't need to do any special considerations here. But since it doesn't work positively, I need to do it here. So now we can just do move forward. What? Oh no. What? I don't like an oh no without any further explanation. I can't be sure how fucked you are if the code isn't complete. No, I just want to implement those because I figured it's easier. Easier to comprehend, I guess, for me. So wait, we have like, yeah, we have 7 different ways to do this. So what we also need here is chill. I'll probably not keep the functions anyway. Because I'll likely just pump it in the if statement when I'm processing the input. Why is the modulo useless? Oh, well, that's interesting. I see. Yeah, this is... I just noticed this is fucked anyway. It should be directions, and this should be dire. Which would be 0 to begin with, and... I should then... Wait, this is probably why this is marked as wrong. No, wait a bit before we talk about this, because I'm likely just gonna scrap all of this in about 5 minutes. I'll likely just rip this in a short bit. This was more for me to get behind what I want to do. So here I would, let's say, order and value is line dot line first, and int of line I think this gets me everything after, right? Should. Yep, I think it does. Just in case, let's print order and v. Let's also delete this because it's useless. I'm not doing that anyway. I'm also not going to need this. Arguably, we'll likely, yeah, we need this, but we don't need anything else. So for now, let's just run this. We have invalid literal for int with f. So I put the colon wrong, or maybe. Okay, yeah, now it's correct. Okay, I put it the wrong side. Okay, so we successfully split this. Wonderful. Now we just do some big ifs again. Well, wow, you did it without my help, poggers. You know that it's like when the bird parents drop kick their children out of the nest. That's what you're doing right now. Fly, bitch. Learning is taking place. Yes, sir. Anyway, now let's go. If the order is... So what do we have? We have NE... Do I have E? Yeah, NESWRLF. So if that happens, we want to increment X by the value. And essentially we copy paste this a lot. No. So Steff, just out of interest, do I always want to use this because it effectively saves me code? Or does it not matter? Like, because my code doesn't have to run the rest. Well, it's probably faster. I just wonder how much. LRF. Well. So for E, we want to move to the east, which would, well, first off, this doesn't increment X, it increments Y. This increments X, this decrements Y. Well, that was okay, we just need to do this. So I have no idea, I'm hitting some hotkey, but I'm not sure which one. To start some random terminal shit. I have no idea what's going on here. And for this, we want to decrement the X value. Yeah, probably. Well, I'm not sure. I mean, of course, this is elif, but if you just have the ifs, I think it kind of reads directly like it's a switch case, right? At least that's how I'd interpret it. So for this one, like probably like this, it's easier to read, I think. So let's go with this. Because if I had a switch case, it would be more like this. That's kind of, well. we could just break after every single one. Bro, we could just do this. We could just do this instead. Continue. Oh yeah, continue. True. So for this one we want to change dir. For this we also want to change dir. Whoa! For this we also want to change dir, but let's see, left I'm moving. If I move left from facing east, I now face north. That's not the direction we want, because we want to go clockwise, so we need to change this. And this changes dependent on the direction. And we can just, like we just do the modulo here, right? Dir equals dir modulo 360. And if it's negative, modulo doesn't automatically get it to positive, right? It doesn't in Java, I know that. Oh, it makes it positive. Well, nice. Python really does it all, apparently. So, and here now we just have to do if there is 0, then that means it's east, which we can type here, I suppose. Well, for readability, I might just do it here. If we're facing east, then... And this is where actually a function would have been really nice, but it's just a one-liner, so it's whatever. But for readability, I think a function would have been better. So if we're We are facing east to begin with, right? Is that correct? What the fuck just happened? The ship starts by facing east. Okay. So if facing east, we turn by 90 degrees clockwise, then we are suddenly facing south. So here we are decrementing y. If it's 180, we are facing west, which decrements x. And technically we don't need an else here, because we could just do an else here, but this reads better, I think. So in that case we don't increment this, we increment y by value. And with that we are almost done. Now we just have to Manhattan distance it out. Wait, wasn't Manhattan distance just... yeah. So in that case it's just like 5 plus 6 or whatever that is. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that was... Yeah, it's just x minus start x plus... Yeah, I just use... Yes, I am fairly certain, but I don't want to get it wrong again. So basically we just do... Since the start value is 0 anyway, we can just do... Do we need to multiply, or... Why does it do that? It's weird as fuck. What is the Manhattan difference between that location and the ship's starting position? Yeah, that should just be print x plus y. Let's see. Yeah. Because I can't just, as a human, remove the minus, right? That's the right answer. You're 1 gold star closer to saving your location, part 2. And this is probably where it gets quite hard. Oh god, what is this? What? What? Before you can give the destination to the captain, you realize that the actual action meanings were printed on the back of the instructions the whole time. Almost all of the actions indicate how to move a waypoint, which is relative to the ship's position. N means to move the waypoint north, blah blah blah. L means to rotate the waypoint around the ship left counterclock. Wait, no, we did that right. Counterclockwise, the given number of degrees. Right means to rotate right the given number of degrees. F means to move forward the number of times. Move forward to the waypoint. Wait a second. Oh, so that's just how far away from the waypoint we are. We just moved that amount of times. Okay. Okay. Well, reading instructions after programming, not me, never. Oh damn, you're lucky. Oh, I see what you meant here. Because obviously if they both aren't the same, what the fuck am I doing? Because if they aren't the same thing, then it's gonna fuck up. Alright. Wait, I mean, for the first part we can keep this. For the second part we do this. And why are you wrong? Unindent not expected. Oh, because of you. So that means in addition to the XY we also need waypoint Y, waypoint X, waypoint Y. Which is, to begin with, 10 east and 1 unit north, which means the X is 10 and the Y is 1. So, first off, this just got way easier. We also don't need the dir anymore, which is also super good. So for this we just X for wait, no, I don't even need a for loop. I can just do X waypoint X times value, and Y we do waypoint Y times value. So that's this one. And for this, obviously, we just need to change this to move the waypoint thingies. And this turns the entire thing clockwise, so, well, left turns it counterclockwise. So if I'm X10, Y0, I would, after moving counterclockwise, be X0 and Y10. But if I do it again, I would be... So, from that we can say that waypoint X, waypoint Y is waypoint Y, because that does not change, and minus waypoint X, because that does change. And if we're going the other way around, we would put the minus here and the non-minus here. Wait, is that correct? Let me see. So if I do 10, 0 and I turn right, then I would be at 0 minus 10. Which would negate this here. And if I do it again, my minus 10... So no, this is just minus Y. But then this is the other way around. I had it wrong. So yeah, that should be good. Unless I'm missing something really obvious. Let's see. Well, too high. Okay, well. Oh no! Of course it can't work because I didn't consider the value here. So here we can just say left with the value. So for of course we need to do this more often because well. Oh wait, I can just do this, right? I can just say do it without any count vars, right? No, apparently I cannot. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, for underscoring, okay. Is the standard. Okay, but I need to have one here, right? Else it just won't work. So, and if this gives us something, well, come on. And is annoying. No, okay. Oh, it was actually something else. Float object cannot be interpreted as an integer. Ah. Oh, yeah, yes, excuse me, how did I not know that this was a thing? Is that lower than what we have here? Yes, it is, so that might just be correct. That is the right answer. You're one gold stack closer to saving your vacation. You have completed day 12. You can share it on Twitter or return to the advent calendar. So here is number 13. So before we start with this, I think this is kind of clean. It's good enough. I think this one was fairly easy, my opinion. This one wasn't hard. That one was stupidity, and that one was intended. Like I took more time to experiment a bit. So we have another ss.txt for the input and new file shuttle.py into which we will copy paste the good old magic in. Alright, so time to have some fun. Your ferry can make it safely to a nearby port, but it won't get much further. When you call to book another ship, you discover that no ships embark from that port to our vacation island, so you'll need to get from the port to the nearest airport. Fortunately, a shuttle bus service is available to bring you from the seaport to the airport. Each bus has an ID number that also indicates how often the bus leaves for the airport. Bus schedules are defined based on a timestamp that measures the number of minutes since some fixed reference point in the past. At timestamp 0, every bus simultaneously departed from the seaport. After that, each bus travels to the airport, then various other locations, and finally returns to the seaport to repeat its journey forever. The time this loop takes a particular bus is also its ID number. The bus with ID 5 departs at the seaport at timestamp 0, 5, 10, and so on. If you are there when the bus departs, you can ride the bus to the airport. Your notes, the puzzle input, consists of 2 lines. The first line is your estimate of the earliest timestamp you could depart on a bus. The second line lists the bus IDs that are... where was I? Are the bus IDs that are in service according to the shuttle company. Entries that show X must be out of service, so you decide to ignore them. To save time once you arrive, your goal is to figure out the earliest bus you can take to an airport. There will be exactly 1 such bus. For example, you have the following notes: 9 7 13 XX 59 X 31 19. Here, the earliest timestamp you could depart is 939, and the bus IDs in service are 7 13 59 31 and 19. Near timestamp 939, these bus IDs depart at times marked D. Sad face. Okay. The earliest bus you could take is bus ID 59. It doesn't depart until timestamp 944, so you would need to wait 5 minutes before it departs. Multiplying the bus ID by the number of minutes you'd need to wait gives 295. What is the ID of the earliest bus you can take? Multiply it by the numbers you'll need to wait for the bus. To begin, get your puzzle input. That's a lot of X's! So I think the first thing here... Send you I sent you clean code, please respond. Let's look at this. Okay, so that's how I would do a dictionary, huh? Like, that's how I do the switch case bullshit, right? Wait, you even implemented back, despite back not being a thing? Clean code, but it has dead code in it, eh? Okay, yeah. It's not code, it's my lifeblood. Hey. It's in a dead value, yeah. Costs you like, what? 2 bits? Well, no, actually, yeah, a bit more. Yeah. Mine is way better, obviously. Ha! Alright, so, here we have all our lines. Yes, clearly. Oh, I'm glad we agree on this. Alright, so first off, I just strip out all the integers. So for a line in lines, actually for we in lines 2 at 1, if we is not x no, not in x, comma well, now here let's first timestamp is lines 1 0, but we also need an integer from it, so let's do that. Let's create buses, which would be a list of integers, which if it is not in this, to buses we append integer value. So let's see if that worked. Let's print buses. So we wait, we have a 0 in there. Those little fuckers. Wait, oh. Okay, yeah. That would kind of explain. It's not about the I'm the little fucker. I fucked it up. So that should fix it. Yep, that's better. Let's not talk about this one. And now that we have this, we essentially just need to get the closest timestamp to ours, which would just be for bus in buses. Like, I suppose this is where you could optimize a lot, right? Well, thank you for bro, shut. Selective list cover, fuck off. Dude. Come on. So, for bus and buses, they all started at timestamp 0. So, like, the stupid way would just be to, while, so don't say anything yet. Yeah, because I'm about to figure out how to do it. I just want to. Well, okay. Who are we kidding? It's essentially just timestamp integer division bus +1. And now we just need to figure out the best one, so let's do it. Oh yeah, plus bus it should be, yeah. And now essentially we could just do let's do best bus or short BB, which is a tuple. That's more like it. So that would be a tuple with a string and the value. The value should be, is that a thing? Int max value? TMP max, that's it, huh? Is that it? Seems like it. Do I even need the... do I need this? I don't. I have no idea, I assume it's the maximum integer. Which is what I was asking. Because essentially I just wanna... like, I could rank them all in a list. That would be fine. What do you have to output? ID times the number of times we have to wait for the bus. Oh, okay, well. I assume int infinity because we're working with ints, right? Or apparently not. Oh, no, never mind. Int, and this is to be a string. Or because you use single quotes, do I need to... I assume I need to use single quotes. Anyway, if time smaller than best bus, best bus time, then and at the end we want to print BB0 times... so I just did it again. I have no idea what the shortcut is. Oh, okay. That is an error, well done. Let's do that then. And we just minus timestamp. Let's see if the comparison works. Apparently it does, so I'm not complaining. That is the right answer. 1 gold star, and on to the nightmare. On to the nightmare. Question: if I don't define the tuple here, can I somehow... is there a way in Python to say the first time you check, ignore, and just assign it, or do I have to do it like this? Like, is there some really smart way where I just initialize it here for whatever reason? No? Well, okay. Well, then I think this is fairly optimal, probably. And now I'm really scared what part 2 is going to be about. The shuttle company is running a contest. 1 gold coin for anyone that can find the earliest timestamp, such that the first bus ID departs at that time. And each subsequent listed bus ID departs at that subsequent minute. The first line in your input is no longer relevant. Oh! Holy shit, that's gonna be annoying! The only bus departures that matter are listed bus IDs at their specific offsets of t. Those bus IDs can depart at other times and other bus IDs can depart at those times. For example, in the list above, because ID 7 must depart 7 minutes after the timestamp at which bus ID 7 departs. Yikes! In the above example, bus ID 7 departs at this timestamp. This is fine. The only requirement on that minute is that the bus ID 19 departs then, and it does. However, with so many bus IDs in your list, surely the actual earliest timestamp will be larger than whatever that is. What is the earliest timestamp such? Oh god. So that was what you meant, alright. Well, first off... Well, since we only need this for now, let's copy this. So, I would like for bus to be a dictionary now, I suppose. How can I make it be something else if I would decide to use... Yay! Steff, how would I... Can I one line that if X it should just use 1? Because then it's always gonna be true and that would fit the way I wanted it. Or do I have to unwrap it for that? Look. Yeah, exactly, a ternary. Can I just say else 1? I don't know. Like, it obviously doesn't work here. I'm not sure if I understand. Like I can do it my long way again. Like that is not an issue. Oh, okay. Is that just... So if yes, 1, else... And I would assume that I don't need this one. Then... Okay, so how does that work? Oh, okay. What exactly is the difference between doing it like you did at the end and doing it at the front here? Is that just preference, or? Okay, so that is very well good. So let's first remove this, and now essentially we want. Oh, okay. And now I just check it at the assignment. So that's gonna be interesting. Timestamp long, or how do I do this? So in Python. Oh, okay. Okay, that is very good. Actually, let's. I mean, this isn't going to save too much time, but timestamp equals max of buses, because we can't even think about hitting anything before the maximum of one of them. Timestamp. So I mean, isn't the well, let's call it boring way to just why couldn't I just boring this like that and have it run for an hour? Oh, just a way to easily find the X if needed. Well, if I have a buzzword ID 1, I don't care, because it's always gonna be true, because a buzzword ID 1 drives every single minute, so it's always going to be valid, no matter where I'm asking. So here I'm just, if value is 1, we continue, because I don't care about this then. Like, I don't have to worry about it in that sense. That makes sense. So now we just check if timestamp modulo +1 So what you would say is create a tuple here and then just read it out from there. Is that correct? Because I initially wanted to do this, but I have no idea how. So I did the next best thing. Can I just enumerate? Can I just wrap it around like this? Or how exactly does that work? Yeah, I figured. So please enlighten me, Mr. Steff. Because in that case, we can then just get this and. Oh, okay. So I can literally just dump whatever I want in Python anywhere and it's gonna work. Is what you want to teach me here. Let me just real quick. Just making sure I did nothing wrong, because this one I did do something wrong. I is not defined, and that is because I need to tuple it. Okay, well. But now that should work, right? Indentation error, huh? Huh? Oh, right. Okay, so good. Let's change this back to false, because now so that does resolve. Yes, it does. Good. And now here we just do plus I. If you modulo the bus ID. Okay, so I would go like this, I would assume. We want to break because we need to go into the next one, and in that case we increment timestamp once. And I think probably you can optimize this by taking... I'm not sure. You can probably go with the minimum of this, or no, wait. Actually, yeah, right? I incremented by... Don't I just increment it by this? Because it's always it has to be, right? Because else I'm not hitting the first one. It has begun. I'm not sure if that's a good sign or a bad one. Well, and if... I'm not... You know, I say I'm not sure if it's good or a bad thing, and you just say, yeah. mm. Like, I don't need this anymore, we can save this line. And if it at any point does not work... And here we can just say done is false. And at this point, we just... Well, if we get to the end, there hasn't been any incident, and we win. So let's see. Can only concat tuple, not int to tuple. Because, oh, because now... so that would be 1 then. But now you should work, right? That actually ended fairly quickly. I wonder if that actually... Like, I assume it ended at some point, because else... Well, it's definitely not 60. It is definitely not 60. At this rate, it only takes me about... Well, no, you're wrong. It only took... it only took 0.09 seconds. How does it even get to 60? If your solution is correct. Well, you saved yourself there. I wonder how I got to 60. My timestamp is wrong. Do I have to do this here? No, that can't be it. Oh, wait, actually, I probably have to lambda this, right? Yeah, figured. Oh, and yeah, I still have to get the first one of this. The fuck? Okay, so... Funk tools. Okay, so at least he grabs the largest one of these, right? Wait, no it doesn't. It grabs the largest, increments it once. For some reason never goes in here, apparently. Okay, so, wait, am I doing it wrong? Because I figured this is just if one of the ifs is wrong, it breaks out, advances, and then does it again, right? Like, apparently it's not, but that's what I thought it would do. Oh, I probably still need to. Yeah, now we get the endless loop. Poggers. So, I'm fairly certain this will give me the correct solution at some very far in the future point. I'm fairly certain about that. But not endless, only 100 hours. Hey. But the question now is, how do we improve that? How do you improve that? He says, having already improved it. I would appreciate a pointer. I already took one correct step. I assume the correct step will be this. Because if I improve the increments a lot more... then I can save a lot of time. Oh, and we can end this, because I'm fairly certain cannot succeed at the moment. Because currently we started with largest from these, but we never assumed that the largest of these is divisible by the start value. Well, at least I think it's not, because essentially we're starting at 503, I think. But if 503 never is divisible by 23, which let's quickly calculate, but it shouldn't be. Well, it's not. Then I always increment 503 by 23, which in turn never is divisible by 23 and always dies at the very first attempt. Right? So that's already a big fuck up. Let me get the calculator. 503 divided by 23 is not divisible. So if I now increment 503 by 23, and I try the same thing again, well, surprisingly it's still not divisible, and that won't change ever. So that is doomed for failure to begin with. So this timestamp just needs to be this if I even want a chance to ever win. But where I think I can go a different way is that I can... Wait, that was stupid. Like, I essentially want to start at this value, like the closest divisible value to the highest. Well, I will park this here But I think if I ever want it to actually return me something, it has to be this. Like, obviously this won't run any better. Still gonna take ages, but that optimizes it a bit. Well, optimize. It at least makes it able to ever terminate. Wait a second, while we let this bad boy run, because I have a better idea. Of 2, well, that is not enough. Also, I think under the hood this just does the exact same thing as mine. Actually, I think under the hood this does probably mainly the same thing as my code already does. Well, let's stop this bad boy again. Beautiful. Yeah. That's quite. Yeah, I mean the problem is I essentially do the same thing as an implementation of the LCM would, because essentially with the LCM you just have calculate a number and you check that everything is divisible. Like that everything divides that number, which is, well, the same thing I do, just adding the timestamp stuff together. Yeah, it can be done, but I essentially, well, I'm not sure if I have exactly the same, but I mean the thing is, if we go by this, essentially the largest value here is whatever that timestamp was. Problem isn't that. Well, yeah, I'm thinking. I could be adding the largest number, but still. I swapped to buses because it always has to start at the multiple of 23, right? Because the first one has to be divisible by 23. So I always increment it by 23, because it can't be anything else. First increment has to be any multiple of 23. mean, technically wouldn't this be a bit faster? Because then it starts with the larger ones first and it fails faster. Because I would assume that 500 will die faster. But then again, it's not ordered, so technically it won't. I would like some, let's call it some pointers. Like, I would like to I would like to solve it myself, but I think I hit a wall, so I would prefer to get some pointers. But essentially, like you know what I'm talking about. Essentially, not tell me how to do it, but some yo buddy, you're fucking up here. That would be amazing. Yeah, I think it's something about adding the largest line here to this plus the offset. But then again, if you say it's like 100 hours, that won't really change much. Like, if I increment it by 500 or 23, that is whatever. Yeah. By when certain events happen. Okay, so I would, if I had to guess, I would say, like, if I get far into this, then I can skip a lot. Because there was like one of the later ones off, and it's gonna take very long for them to line up again. Well, also I assume because you... Let's look at this guy's cool thing. So if I like get this, but this guy is one higher, then we essentially fucked up here. But that also means that until the largest in that group... this is hard. Can't I skip like the the product of all of these then? Because essentially we need to wait until they all advance again and then check if... Okay, so essentially if I have two in order, I can multiply them together and advance by this. So that's probably what you wanted to tell me. At the very point where I get 2 in order, we'll multiply them all together. Okay. That's it! Yeah! And all it took was looking at this amazing thing that he provided, probably for exactly that reason. So I would say we call this increment equals for now 1, because it kinda has to be. And so in that case, so I kinda need a counter. Yeah, increment times sparsity, but I still need to count that I don't continue to increment it by a stupid amount. So, I mean, we can just do that, but we should put a condition. If I'll just make a list, I guess, or as a set. Let's call it added, which is a new set. And if I not in added, god damn it. Or I suppose it should be if we not in added. We can, I suppose, for now, let me print here my set. Let's see if it actually grows continually. Well, I'm not too sure about this one. Well, it worked twice, which are the first 2, but it didn't work after. So something I fucked up. Oh boy, that kind of almost fried my PC. So instead of well, if it's not in the set, then it increments at once. That's why there is a not. Oh! So if we get a match, you should add it to the thingy. And if we don't have a match, you can go away. That should be better, right? Hey! Easy! So now it's only about hopefully being correct, right? Ah, goddammit. Answer is too high. Alright, so. But at least it was fast. Not easy clap. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, that is very true. Wait, wouldn't I would I just add it here, right? I think that should fix it, right? Yeah. Hopefully. Wait. Yeah, that could kinda be it. Right? Let's see. Oh, goddammit. But I saw you saying no. No, I didn't. Might be. God damn it! Okay, you know what? Here, let's print the increment 2 because then we can be certain. Yeah, it actually is exactly that. No, that makes very much sense. You see, if we don't hit the condition, you need to do another one, so we increment the timestamp and go back here. Adding it here and then subtracting it here again is more confusing, I think, right? Anyway, that should... Like, that is essentially minus increment, so... That is the right answer! You're one gold star closer to saving your vacation. You can share on Twitter or return to your advent calendar. Oh, so that's our travel location, I see. The next one is going to be back in land, at least. Well, cool. That's not confusing as fuck to read, dude. Cool! We actually finished! I did not see that happening. But yeah, at least check your code. Checky. Is that the clean code, right? I have no idea what that is. Current plus that's gonna be advance, I suppose. And you multiply advance by the boss. Oh, I see. So that's the optimization you're making. I have no idea how long it would have taken. But still, the click of you need to multiply stuff did kinda come on my own. But I needed to check his thingy where he showed it. But yeah, thanks. That was pretty good. That was the kind of backsetting I want. The one where I have some part of the success to attribute to myself. So essentially, what I could be doing is that I add here What did I print? Oh, that's just the top one. So that would be the improvement that you essentially make, right? Eh? Wait, why is that faster? I didn't... I didn't even... I only wrote that and it's already faster. I didn't even implement it yet. Yeah, and that gets rid of that check and all. Okay, yeah, I get it. I'm not gonna do that though. Because I actually think that this is a bit more readable. Like, no flame, bro. But I think this is a bit, at least for a noob like me, it's a bit easier to understand what actually happens. Alright, hey. We did it, boys. Cool. I am now indeed better than 1/3 of... Wait, actually, wait, let me find the stats. Wait a second. That is not a proper representation of stars, is it? That is not a proper representation of stars. Oh, wait, no. Wait, huh? Huh? Wait, so that means that means 2000 did the second and the first, and 1000 only did the first. Okay, so it is proper representation. Okay. Good. Hey. What I also notice is that many people gave up after the first one. But yeah, I'm excited. So I wouldn't consider better. Also, I think a lot of people just gave up because they figured out a solution but didn't figure out how to make it faster. And if I gotta be honest, I think I would have gotten to this at some point, even without your advice. But I'm not sure how long that would have taken, because I had it on my mind somehow. Like, I had something similar on my mind already, but I wasn't sure how to implement it. So probably at some point I would have gotten there, but I'm not sure how long. Probably a few more hours down the line, right? But still, that worked quite well. Well, I would never check the subreddit for solutions. That's just that's dishonorable. Also, like, actually, I wouldn't say dishonorable, but checking the subreddit for a solution, doesn't it take away kind of the fun of solving it? Like, I don't. That's also why I didn't want you to just tell me how to do it, because that takes away all the fun there is, right? I want to I want to feel like I actually learned something, and just looking up the solution, well, that doesn't do anything for me, right? So yeah, anyway, thanks for being around, thanks for all the help. I actually think I learned a lot today. I really do. Cleared days, what do we have? 10 through 13. Let's commit this. It's already pushing, right? Yeah, good. Like, this obviously was some out of the box thinking. Oh god, yeah. We have to delete this again. I mean, this is a really minor optimization. I suppose we can keep that, even though it fights a bit with movement. I don't know, for university stuff maybe, because I have to do this, but for stuff like this, I mean, Advent of Code is something I do because I want to improve myself, right? And I want to have fun solving it. So for that I don't really think that's an excuse to just do it faster. I mean, if I'm completely stuck... Well, if I'm completely stuck, I'd still rather ask you, because you are good enough that you can help me without having to tell me the entire solution. Yeah, I guess leaderboards. But yeah, this one, by the way, I really gotta say, this one was the easiest of them all so far. This one was really easy. I might actually redo this with the newly learned Python dictionary thingy you used. I'm sure I can do that a bit better. What was this? Oh god, yeah, this monstrosity. Oh boy. Wait, did you send me how to do this one? Oh yeah, that was that really weird convol thingy I didn't understand. And this one was... Oh yeah, this one was fun. I really liked this one. Even if that one took a bit longer, I'm still glad that we figured out this little magic thingy. That was really cool. Anyway, that's essentially it. Yeah, but that's not really that they aren't impressive. It's more like I have no idea how I would have used it. Because I didn't have any complex numbers in math so far. You gotta remember that we only have like the super basic maths in my bachelor's. Well, pathfinding, I can kinda... Maybe there's still some from last time I memorized, right? From AI. Anyway, it's gonna be 14. But yeah, I'm excited how it keeps going. 2D so a number that has multiple values or what? Oh. Seems interesting. I'm gonna grill you on that next time we're in a call. Because I think that's probably easier for you and easier for me to understand, because I can ask more questions if I don't know what something is. Good luck. You will never catch me alive. Anyway, yeah, that's it for the stream. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I certainly did. And yeah, keep me updated how hard it's going to get, because maybe tomorrow or Tuesday already. Because yeah, if it really gets way harder, then I don't think that 2 times a week is gonna cut it. But yeah, good night, and yeah, I'll update you when the next one happens.